it going? Welcome to another episode of Talking to Myself. I'm your host, Jake Letizia, and this is the podcast where I look into a camera and I talk to myself. How you doing? How's it going? Hope you're doing good. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing fucking great. I'm doing pretty okay. Yeah, dude, that's it for the podcast. See you later. I'm doing pretty good. See you later. Podcast over. Bye-bye. No, I'm doing fine, man. My face is a little fucking itchy right now, which is fine. I started doing like a acne cream thing for the first time in my life, and it fucking sucks, dude. I don't like it at all. It's an irritating, annoying bullshit fucking thing, and I understand why it's taken me so long to do it. It's because there's too many factors involved. Do you know what I'm saying? First of all, there's too many things to pick from, and I'm not a dermatologist, so I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I'm just going off what some guy on YouTube said might work half the time, you know? There's too many steps in which I don't understand the complexity of. There's too many things in life to fix yourself where there's too many steps involved in knowing if you're picking the right thing. If you want a fucking workout regimen, if you want a diet plan, there's 19,000 places to look, and all of them seem like they don't give any actual results. If you want to start a workout routine, you go on YouTube and you watch 87 people who all have different workout routines, who they all swear it works amazing for. You, them, they swear by it so severely, but then the thing they don't tell you is they're also fucking eating this and eating that, and they're doing testosterone, and they're on growth hormones, and this fucking that and the other thing. They don't tell you nothing. Not enough is revealed to you for you to know, oh, okay, it's not just about working out. Same thing with skincare. They're like, oh, get this cream, put this on, but also this cream's going to dry out your skin, so then you got to get this other cream and put that on, and if you don't use it every single day, your skin's going to start to feel fucking itchy and irritating as shit. Even if you skip one day, you're going to be fucked that whole day. So basically, if you're signing up for this skincare product, this skin cream, you got to do it for life, otherwise your skin will detach from your skull. Oh, cool, dude. Wish I knew that originally. Oh, also your skin is repairing itself, and it's getting used to the foreign substance you're shoving onto its face every morning. So your skin might also break out. A side effect of using this acne cream just in the beginning is that you might get the thing you're trying to get rid of way more than you've ever gotten it immediately. It's just a side effect. It's just for the first week. For the first week of using this product that's supposed to prevent the thing you're putting it on your face for, you're going to get way more of the thing than if you never tried the product in the first place. But don't worry, it's going to go away. Don't worry, the product will eventually work. I don't understand it, man. I don't get that. I understand that things have certain reactions and you can't control how it works. And sometimes when you start doing, it's like working out, right? You start working out and you don't see results immediately. You just don't. It takes a while. And I get it. When it comes to the body, the things that you do to fix it take a while. But putting skin cream on to prevent acne and then getting acne is like starting to work out and you gain 15 pounds in the first week by solely doing the regimen the dude gave you. You didn't eat extra. You didn't do anything. You just worked out. You ran however many miles every day and somehow you gained 15 pounds. After that first week, you'd be like, I don't know if this is going to work. And the guy's like, no, trust me, you might gain weight in the first week, but then you'll start to lose it very immediately, and you'll see results in the first month. And you're like, I don't know, how do I trust you, the guy who made me gain 15 pounds in a week? Do you know what I'm saying? I don't know. if I bought a DVD player and I put the DVD in and it scratched up the DVDs, and somebody was like, well, it does that for the first 5 or 6 DVDs you put in, but then after that, it's the best quality play you've ever had in your whole life. I don't know if that's a good analogy, but that's the one I'm using right now, okay? If that happened to me, I go, I'm not going to risk it. I'm going to throw this fucking DVD player away. But again, I don't know what I'm doing, so I'll just keep going with it. I'll just keep going with it. Why not? I'll keep going with the cream, dude. Why not? What's the worst that can happen? I permanently destroy my face in some horrible way. That's the worst that can happen. Best case scenario, I don't have acne anymore. My face isn't itchy anymore. Worst case scenario, I destroy my face irreparably. And people on the street walk by me and go, what the fuck happened to you, dude? I guess I'll take the risk. I already started it. Might as well keep going, right? Might as well see if it's true that after the first month it's all good. Anyway, also, the thing about trying a new product is every single person the only people who review it are people who are sponsored by the product. Do you know what I'm saying? And they always say the same thing. Like, they're like, oh, we're given this by the company in exchange for a fair review. And it's like, how do I know that? The company came to you and said, here, you can review our product, but only if you are very honest about it. And then you come back and go, yeah, I hate this thing. They're going to be like, listen, dude, we're rescinding our exchange. We're taking back the cream, and go fuck yourself. Do not post that video or we will sue you. That's what happened with me. I saw like 2 reviews for this skin cream, and it was both people who were like, it works. It really works. But also, just a disclaimer, I was given a free lifetime supply of this, and also they gave me $200,000 on top of that, but it was in exchange for an unbiased review. It's like bribing a cop, and the cop's like, listen, I have full disclosure, the guy gave me $200 in exchange for me fairly deciding whether or not he should get a ticket, and I decided fairly, $200 aside, he just gave it to me because why not? I decided he's fine. He can get off scot-free. No, dude. You didn't just decide that. You're biased the moment they gave you something. The moment a company gave you something in exchange for something, you're biased. Even if you're not, do you know what I'm saying? Even if you're not, the credibility has been dissolved. Like, the credibility, I don't have it for you anymore. It's out the window. Even if you do tell the truth. What they really should say is, hey, I got this cream from the company, so disregard this whole video, but I'm going to tell you my opinion anyway. If you want to believe it, cool, but disregard it because there's no real way for you to know if anything I'm saying is true. That'd be more honest. I'd be more likely to believe the guy. Anyway, but that's just me, man. Maybe I'm just built different. You guys ever hear somebody say that? I'm just built different? Oh, fuck them, dude. Fuck that guy. If you know a person who says that phrase, this is what I want you to do. The next time this person, maybe he's a close friend of yours, maybe he's a guy you see every once in a while, maybe it's a woman who you know, whoever this person is in your life, maybe it's a coworker you never speak to. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if you barely know the person, you know him very well, doesn't matter. If there's a regular person in your life who says the phrase, or an irregular, if you just hear this on the street, the next time you hear a person utter the phrase, listen, man, I'm just built different. You turn to that person and you go, are ya? Oh, are ya? Oh, are you though? Or just hit him with the hard, yo, I'm just built different. Hit him with the hard, really, dude? Oh, really? You're built different? How? How are you built different? Tell me. I guess I'm just fucking built different. I saw the greatest exchange on I think it was on Twitter or something. Somebody was like, they were talking about the stimulus checks, and some dude was like, honestly, I prefer a $600 stimulus check to a $1,200 one. If I get a $600 one, it'll just make me hustle more and try to make more money and probably do better for myself career-wise. Maybe that's just me, though. Maybe I'm just built different. Or maybe that's just me, though. I guess I'm just built different. And that's what's the annoying thing, is that the person never says maybe I guess I'm just, it's an humble brag. It's somebody thinking that they're not overtly bragging, but you clearly are fucking bragging. Right? Because it's not I'm built different. It's I guess I just can't deny that I'm built fucking different. Shut up, dude. Anyway, this guy said that. I'd rather get $600 than $1,200 because I guess I'm just built different. And then somebody tweeted at him and said, yeah, built like a fucking idiot. Dude, if I was given less money, I'd just be on my grind more. How about you get more money and you invest that into your business and then you grind that out even more? What are you talking about? I don't know, man. I don't know what I'm talking about. Guess I'm just built different. Yeah, built in a way where the things you say don't make any fucking sense. And it's always something that doesn't make any sense. It's always somebody saying it who it's the dumbest. Maybe that's what they mean is I'm stupid. Maybe I'm built different means I'm stupid. Maybe it's secretly someone saying they're special. Built different is the PC way to say you're special. Is to say there's something fucking mentally not right with you. Sorry. Hey, Joey, he's just built different. Fuck. Oh, man. What if that's what it was? That's what we should switch it to. Oh, he's built different. Okay. That's Giancarlo. That's Giancarlo. Yeah. No, yeah. Oh, he's a nice guy, but there's something strange about him. Yeah, well, he's built different. Oh, okay. Fuck, dude. Damn. And I will say, the people who say I'm built different, they tend to be pretty fucking dumb and weird. So maybe they are built different. They are definitely built different. They're built very fucking special, dude. Me and my friends were talking about if I don't know. Me and my friends were just talking about like a dude. What if a dude was just saying that all the time? What if fucking Harry Potter at Hogwarts had a friend who just was like he was showing Harry around, and Harry's like looking at the paintings on the wall and they're like moving and shit. And he's like, "Yeah, dude," and Harry's like, "Wow, that's amazing." And the guy's like, "Yeah, man, fucking Hogwarts is just built different, dude." Can I go into the Forbidden Forest? Dude, I mean, you can't, but I go there all the time, but I guess I'm just built different, dude. I'm a fucking wizard, dude. I'm just built different. I do magic all day. I just hocus pocus the fuck out of people, dude. I'm just built different. That's my cousin, Sarah. She's great. She's built a little different. So just, don't fucking startle her. I'm just built different, dude. Anyway, I was thinking about how I keep having these moments where maybe I'm just getting, it's just a part of getting older. You start thinking back about things, and you start thinking about these scenarios that you were in where everyone made you feel like incorrect about something, but then you think back about it and you're like, "Oh no, I was completely right." Or something happens in a situation where you're like, "Oh, I was completely right." And the context of being older and being far away from that memory makes me go, yeah, what the fuck? Everyone around me at the time, I wish I had the wherewithal to tell everyone to tell everyone around me, can't fucking speak, dude. Can't fucking speak. Shouldn't have a podcast. Can't string a sentence together without fucking up. But I can't. You think back and you're like, oh, that group of people were all disagreeing with me. I should have had the wherewithal to tell them all, hey, you're fucking wrong at the time. But I didn't. So now I gotta think back about the scenario and go, oh, dude, fuck those people. One of those, there's two instances. One of the instances I've already talked about, it's with my vice principal, when he seemed like a pedophile to me, and then years later he got arrested for meeting up with a kid on Grindr who was 13 years old. I was like, there you go. I was right. Another example is I was thinking about this thing, and I don't think I talked about this. I don't know. I wrote it down to talk about, but I think I kept skipping over it a couple weeks in a row. But if I did talk about it, I apologize for being a repetitive douchebag. But I went to a science museum as a kid for a little field trip. I don't know if you guys went to public school. I'm sure you went on tons of them. Every once in a while, you go to a science museum, you go to a history museum, you go someplace an hour away from your school that's really not that interesting, but the fact that you don't have to be in school all day and there's a change to your schedule, it's exciting as fuck. The fact that you don't have to sit in class and instead you can just look at fucking models of dinosaurs makes the day amazing. If somebody else in real life was like, hey, do you want to go to a science museum? You'd be like, that's my day off, man. No. But since it's school and it's the worst fucking thing ever, any deviation from the normal schedule, sick as fuck. I'll play with magnets all fucking day as long as I don't have to sit in fucking biology class. Anyway, so we were at the science museum and there was this thing, and I think it was about like echolocation or it was about how your spatial awareness, I forget what the scientific part of this fucking thing was, but what the activity was in the museum was there was this corner of the museum where there was like an opening in the wall that you crawled into, and then it was a maze that you crawled through, and it was pitch black. It was pitch black. No lights in it. You had to just feel your way through. So I guess it was some sort of this, like the science of it was human biology and our spatial awareness and how our brain works and some shit like that. I guess that's what you were getting out of this fun activity. You were learning, oh, wow, even without your eyes, you can fucking get around. I don't know. It was simulating being blind, I guess. I don't know. All I know is I saw a fucking tiny hole that went into the wall, and I thought to myself, I'm not a rat. I'm not a mouse. I'm not going to fucking crawl into the wall. Why would I do that? And I was about 12 years old, 10 years old. And I had the wherewithal to go like, nah. A wall that's a maze or a hole in the wall that's a maze with no lights on at all seems like a bad idea to me. And the thing was, it was the favorite thing. It was the thing that all the kids looked forward to going and doing in the science museum. It was their biggest attraction, was crawling aimlessly through a maze in the fucking wall. I don't know about you, but that sounds like a horrible, fucked up time to me. That sounds like to me I'm gonna get lost in there and die. I think any rational person would be like, if there's no lights and I get lost, I'm not gonna be able to get out. Also, it's not like you're in there with somebody else who could pull you out. You're in there by your fucking self. Once you're in there, they stagger you guys enough apart where you can't, like, there's no one around you. You're just touching the walls. And also, you get to a point where if you're confused, you might just stop and then someone comes behind you and then you're stuck and then they're trying to pass you, but you can't even see them. So you don't know what the fuck's going on. And then before you know it, there's a fucking 6-kid pileup and you fucking can't breathe and you're trapped on a wall and they gotta fucking get a sledgehammer and bang through it to pull these kids out. Anyway, it just sounded like a bad idea. Even as a 10-year-old, I was telling the teacher, hey, you're much older than me. Why are you letting us do this? Anyway, but I remember being made fun of or being like called a pussy because I didn't want to go into the wall. And then I chalked it up to like, oh, I'm claustrophobic. But really, when you think about it, it's like, it's not just a tight space. There's no light on. Any person rational is claustrophobic in being in that scenario. In being in a tiny hole in the wall with no light on, even if you're like, hey, I'm good with tight spaces, you'd be like, why does the light have to be off? Can't it be a dim light? I don't understand this. We're putting kids in this thing? What? Anyway, I thought it was a very stupid fucking idea. Now, recently, I was thinking about that a lot. I don't know why. And then I was talking to my friend about like the science museum and field trips as kids. And my friend goes, do you remember the science museum where you like went into the wall and it was like a maze and it was no light? I was like, yeah, I do remember that. That was fucking weird, that thing. He goes, yeah, they shut it down a couple years ago because a dude kept going inside of it, like a 40-year-old dude kept going inside of it and just like sitting in the corner, and he would just sit there while kids would feel the walls and try and go by and end up touching the dude. So the dude was sitting in there to be groped by children all fucking day. Okay? This 40-year-old man. He probably is fucking late 20s. I don't know, if you didn't listen last week, I talked about To Catch a Predator and how every single one is in their late 20s for some fucking reason. So maybe this dude's more a young pedophile age. I don't know. He's got to be small enough to fit in the hole, right? I don't know. Or maybe he's just a tiny fucking 40-year-old. I don't know how old he was. All I know is he was a perverted piece of shit. But my point is, when my friend said that, I thought to myself, who was right? Looks like I was fucking right. Looks like that was a bad idea from the jump. And I didn't even think about that. I just thought about, in general, that's a bad idea to go into a small hole in the wall with no light on. I'd even foresee a piece of shit going in there to be a pedophile fuckface. I'd even foresee some old man going in there to be touched by children who are lost and can't see anything. How about you don't make a thing with no light on that you send kids into? How about that? How about you just don't do that? How about till the age of 18, you're always in well-lit areas? How about that? That sounds like a good idea, right? That sounds like a better idea than every fucking family's kids goes on this field trip at a certain point in their life and then is peer pressured into going into this fucking dark hole in the wall. How about we don't do that? That sounds bad on multiple levels. Anyway, and then the other one that I thought about recently was football camp. And again, I don't know if I talked about this on here. I've been doing this podcast for a while now, so I apologize if I repeat any stories. But I was watching a comedian do a bit about how football is gay. Like he doesn't know who created football, but whoever created football, it seems like a gay guy made it because it's like a very man-touching, heavy thing. And he wasn't saying it like that's a bad thing. He was just saying it like it's a fact. And I tend to agree with him. If you're a gay man, football seems like a dope sport to play because you're fucking up in everyone's face. And then he specifically went into the quarterback and the center. He was like, why would a straight guy create a game where a dude has to fucking take a ball and put it up into his ass, and then the other guy takes the ball out of the dude's ass to throw it? Why would you do that? And he slaps the guy in the ass for no reason because the quarterback, I guess when you're older or when you're in professional football, they tend to smack the guy in the ass. Don't know why. But why would you create a scenario in a sport where your hands are in a man's crotch for that long unless you're gay? I mean, it's true. It's a solid bit and it makes sense. But it made me think about when I was in football camp and I was a center, right? And at football camp, I was a center and I forgot to bring my cup that day, the day we were doing something where I had to be the center. And we weren't in pads because it was just practice, and I was just in nylon shorts, and I didn't have a cup. And then for whatever reason, one of the coaches noticed or something. I don't know how this came up, but the coach was like, "You don't have a cup?" And I was like, "No." And he was like, "Well, I guess the guy's going to be touching your balls then." And then all the other football kids were like, "Ah, yeah, dude, you don't have a cup on, so his hand's going to be in your crotch touching your balls." And they made, I was young and confused and just unsure of myself as a human. So when you're that age and you're young and people are like, "Oh, you're fucking gay," you feel bad. You feel weird. You're just like, I don't know. You're not old enough to go, "Well, I'm not." And also, why being gay is fine. What? It doesn't matter. That was the timer just went off. I'll be right back to finish this story. What's up? I'm back. So everyone's like, "Ooh, that's gay," and I'm young enough to be insecure in myself. I'm young and insecure enough in myself to like be offended and confused and like, "Oh, I don't want to be that." So I'm getting all like, "Oh, what the fuck?" And then watching this bit, it occurred to me like, yeah, cupper. And I thought this at the time, but everyone's against you, Everyone's like, "No, that's your, haha, you don't have your cup. You're gay, and this is a gay thing you're doing right now." And in my head, I was like, well, his hand, first of all, a cup covers your dick. It doesn't cover your nutsack. Like, he's putting his hands, at the bottom of my ass. So whether you wear a cup or not, from that angle, his hands are in your crotch touching. But also in my head, I was like, why is he's not touching my ball? When I hike the ball, I hike it past my cock, dude. You know what I'm talking about? The ball goes above my nuts. It goes into a spot where the guy does not need to touch me at all. He can just grab the ball. You know what I'm saying? So first of all, on that level, I was like, what are they talking about? And then on the other level, I was like, cup or no cup, this is what it is all the time. And then hearing this bit where he's like, yeah, that's gay, or football, the stuff you do in football is very gay. It made me realize, like, yeah, dude, the action of hiking the ball is gay whether or not you are wearing a cup or not. Whether or not you're wearing a cup or not. Whether you're wearing a cup or not, that action is what it is, always. So it was very strange to me that in this moment they were like, "You don't have a cup, it's gay now." And it makes me go, hey guys, we're all playing football. It's kind of gay. We're all being kind of gay. It's all good, dude. Why are you making a weird distinction now? And then I really started to think about, like, what's going on with the kid's brain who's like, yo, I have a cup on, so none of this is gay. But if I didn't have a cup on, this is really gay. But I'm not gay because I got a cup on. What's going on with that guy's brain? What's going on in that kid's mind? What's going on? Where he's like, yeah, you don't have a cup. You're gay now. You're like, what? Nah, dude, we're all gay, but it's good, man. We're all partly gay for doing this. It's kind of a gay action, but it's all good, dude. Right? It's gay in the same way if you're like a gay dude and you dance with a woman. It's kind of straight to dance with a woman. It's kind of straight. You're kind of being a little straight. You know? Or you start flirting. You ever see gay men and straight women like cuddling on each other? You're like, that's kind of a straight thing to do. But they're not like, well, no, it's not because we're like they're not making a stipulation for why they're not being kind of straight. Why are you making the stipulation for being kind of gay? It's okay, dude. You can be kind of gay. It's all good. You can be partially gay. Doesn't need to ruin your fucking brain. I don't know. It's just super funny to me. I'm thinking about those kids. I was like, damn, dude, you guys got torturous minds. What's going on with you guys? But again, in that scenario, all these kids, all of them have the same opinion. So if I go, what do you mean, dude? We're all being gay. We're being gay with the cup or without it. None of them would, all of them had cups is what I'm saying. All of them had cups and had the weird fear of coming off gay in their souls. So there's nothing I could have said to them that would have changed the scenario for me. And also the weird part that I'm realizing about that story is why did the fucking coach point out that I had no cup? Why did he make that a big deal? That's a weird aspect of this story too, and I don't quite know why. But I'm sure if we get deep enough, he's another late 20-year-old. You know what I'm talking about? I'm sure if we get deep enough on why he was so fixated on whether or not I had a cup, I'm sure we might get into this guy is in his late 20s, you know? That's code. That's code for that guy's a pedophile. He's in his late 20s, if you know what I'm talking about. He's at the perfect age to have his debut on To Catch a Predator right now, is all I'm saying. That's a pretty chill. Damn, we found out 2 new things that you can use. If somebody seems like a pedophile, as code, you can go, he's in his late 20s. And if somebody is, a little special, a little off, a little strange, you can be like, he's built different. It really does sound like a fucked up way of saying that somebody is not mentally okay. He's built different. That's fucked up. That's fucked up. Anyway, yeah, I don't even know what the fuck I was talking about. Oh. But yeah. He's in his late 20s, that guy. Very strange. It's very strange to focus on a kid not having a cup and then insinuating and then saying how the guy is going to have his hand in my balls when that isn't really the scenario. I mean, it kind of is, but like the cup didn't change that. Do you know what I'm saying? It's very weird for this coach, this adult, to make this scenario happen for kids to make fun of other kids about some of a sexual nature. It's a little strange to me. I don't know. But that's just me looking back. Maybe he was in his late 20s. Maybe he wasn't. I don't know. I'm not going to make any hard calls on this guy. Okay? I'm just saying that the scenario in itself was very strange. But what are you going to do? Anyway, I was talking about I guess speaking of being in groups of people and them all having an opinion that makes you feel like you're crazy, even though later on in your life you're like, wait a second, I wasn't crazy, I was right on the money. Speaking of that, my friend was talking about a movie he saw where everyone like lies to the person, like everyone's like just acting like nothing happened. Like the main character is like this thing happened, and then everyone in the movie is like, no, it didn't. And it made me think to myself, there are a lot of movies that fit that genre, and I was like, wait a second, are gaslighting movies a genre? Have we labeled this as a thing yet? Because there's so many movies that are just gaslighting movies. Like the whole plot is this person gets gaslit for an hour and a half. And then at the end, everyone's like, oh, I'm so sorry that we gaslit you. You're right. That's the whole premise of the fucking movie. And the movie that I thought of immediately that was like the quintessential version of this was a movie with Jodie Foster called Flight Plan. And the whole movie is she gets on a plane with her daughter. She falls asleep. Her daughter's gone. And then she starts asking people, hey, do you know where my daughter is? And everyone's like, you didn't come on here with the daughter. And she's like, yeah, I did. And she keeps talking to more and more people. And they're all like, listen, you don't have a daughter. You're wrong. And she's like, what the fuck, dude? I have a daughter. I'm losing my fucking mind. This is nuts. Why are you guys pretending I didn't have one? I came on the plane with her. And they're like, hey, dude, no, you didn't. Until eventually she fucking like breaks into the middle of the plane where the cargo is or whatever the fuck. And then she finds her daughter like strapped up next to a bomb or something. And then she gets her daughter back and they find out that the air marshal's actually a bad guy. I think he's like a terrorist trying to blow up the plane or something. I don't know. I forget. I don't remember why he kidnapped her daughter too. I don't know why the gaslighting happened. Like, I don't know. I don't remember any of that. But all I know is there was a bomb, I think, and she definitely was gaslit the whole movie. And then at the end, the U.S. Marshal goes to jail or whatever, and then the pilot is like, I'm so sorry. This dude pilot is like, I'm so sorry we didn't believe you about your daughter. And Jodie Foster's like, it's cool. I'm used to it. She does react very like, yeah, I'm a lady. It happens. The world's kind of fucked. I get gaslit a lot. It's all good. She really, at the end of the movie, acts more nonchalant than she should. She's like, it's all cool that you all pretended I didn't have a kid that I clearly came on board with. It's all good, dude. At least that's how I remember the movie. I could be totally wrong, but I really remember her just being like, yeah, dude, it's fine. Yeah, no, I know you lied to me and everyone lied to me and I had to almost fucking get arrested to prove to everybody on board that I actually had a daughter and that she's a real person. I had to save her life with no one's help at all. And actually the active opposition of all you guys. I had to deal with all of your hostility and opposition towards saving my daughter, who I clearly brought on the plane only 30 minutes ago. Even though that all happened, it's all good, man. Don't worry about it. You're a pilot. You're a good guy. I know you're good at heart, even though you've pretended I didn't have a daughter who got on the plane 35 minutes ago. It's all good, dude. Anyway, and I was thinking, there's so many fucking movies like that. Right? And now I'm drawing a blank, but there are more movies like that. There's tons of thrillers like that. Wasn't there like a movie with Hugh Jackman that was like that? Hugh Jackman and Ewan McGregor and Scarlett Johansson. I forget the name of it, but it was a weird fucking movie that no one saw and it wasn't very good. But I think maybe that had something to do with it. I guess Get Out, someone was saying Get Out is a gaslighting movie. I guess. Yeah, it is. It is and it isn't. I guess it is. I guess it would fit the genre. That's the thing, too. When you create a new genre of film, you're like, yeah, I guess. It's like when people argue about horror movies or... Is it a horror movie? Yeah, I guess. It's like that time when that woman said Alien isn't a horror movie, and then for some reason people engaged with her. I talked about that already on here. I yelled about it for like a half hour. People are dumb, dude. Why would you engage with that? But I want to know. Damn, I wish more people listened to this so I could be like, what other gaslighting movies are there out there? And then people could fucking like write in or comment. That'd be dope, dude. If I had enough people who watch this to comment their gaslighting movies, you should do it. If somehow out there you're listening and you're like, I heard you say, hey, write a gaslighting film, comment the gaslighting film. It's not gonna happen. No one's gonna do it, but you should do it. Because I want to build a whole genre of this and open a store called Gaslight Films, gaslighting only. Oh, I want to open a fucking video store called There Are No Movies Here. And it's all gaslighting films. Damn, dude. That's pretty good. There are no movies in this store. I was talking to my friends about how I wanted to open a bar, and I'm not kidding, dude. I want to do this, and I'm going to do this one day. This isn't a joke at all. I'm going to accomplish this. I want to open a bar where... it's just a regular bar where like all the drafts have beer names like Guinness, Shock Top, Lager, Lagunitas, whatever the fuck, some Pilsner. It's got draft beers, it's got canned and bottled beers, it's got everything. It just looks like a normal bar. But then when you order something, whatever you order, it's just milk. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like somebody's like, can you pour me a Guinness? And you go, cool. And then you go to the draft and you pull it down, and then milk, it just goes into the glass, and then you give the guy the glass. And he's like, what is this? And you're like, it's Guinness. I guess it's on the gaslighting theme. I guess it's part of, maybe it'll be a bar/movie store combo. And it'll be called There Are No Movies Here. And then you'll get in and you'll be like, oh no, I guess there aren't. There's a bar. But then they will be selling movies in the back, and they'll be like, oh, shit. And then all of the movies will be like, not with Jodie Foster, not with this director. But it is, you know what I'm saying? Everything's, and then part of it is like, hey, can I get a Guinness? And they give you milk, and then you're like, that's not the beer. That's not a beer. And they're like, yeah, it is. I just love the idea of like canning milk and putting like Budweiser labels on it, or like bottling milk and putting labels on it, and then someone is like, this doesn't look like beer in this bottle, and then you crack it open. He cracks it open and he drinks it. He's like, what the fuck, dude? And you could serve cookies. But you say it's nuts. You go like, do you want some bar nuts? And they're like, sure. And then it's just cookies. Dude, this would be people would go to this fucking place. People would go to this bar. 100%. If I had the fucking capital to back it, I would open it and watch it close in a week. That would be fun. I would open that place just to have it closed down in less than a month. It'd be fun just for the beginning. I don't know. Maybe it could get popular. It'd be a cool, like, you go there and you take Instagram pics and you're like, oh my God, isn't this funny? That's, I feel like a lot of shops and restaurants and stuff are built on that concept now. They're like, it's like BuzzFeed. BuzzFeed apparently was a site that wanted to have legitimate journalism, but then they started doing like, what Disney princess are you? Oh my God, top 10 ways you can use your period blood to make paintings. I think I'm conflating two things. There definitely was a video where it's like, this woman uses period blood to paint her feelings or something like that. That was definitely a video. And there's like, top 10 reasons why manspreaders should fucking get their dick cut off. And then right next to that was like, what Disney dog are you? Which cat from Lady the Tramp do you identify with? Take this quiz. But apparently they did all that shit to get traffic to their site, but they really wanted to be a legitimate news site. And apparently they had legitimate news, which is news to me. Nope, I don't even know if that's a pun. Which was news to me. I had no fucking clue. And apparently they still do actual news stories. Again, I have no idea because all I know about BuzzFeed is somebody's sending me a quiz I don't want to take to find out if I'm Nemo or Dory. I don't give a fuck, dude. I'm neither. Are you more Nemo or Dory? Take this 10-question quiz to find out. Question number 1. Are you Nemo or Dory? Question 2. Do you feel orange or blue? On certain days, do you feel orange or do you feel blue? Anyway, but it's like, I think a lot of restaurants do the same thing where they're trying to serve like just legit good cuisine, but no one's going to come in unless they got, oh my God, this burrito is shaped like a donut. What? The new burrito donut. Why, like the sushi burrito thing? I've never been to that place, but I guarantee you it's just a fucking Japanese restaurant. But everyone's like, oh my God, you like sushi? Do you want to get it wrapped into a burrito? And you're like, no, I don't. I don't want that at all. I don't want that. I want sushi. I just want to eat sushi. I just want to eat a burrito separately as different things. Also, it's not a burrito. So then what we're saying is the shape is what makes it something. The shape is what makes it. They also sell sushi donuts. So it's the shape. It's the fact that it's a circle with another circle inside of it that makes it a donut. So if you take a donut, like the makings of a donut, and you make it look like sushi, what's that? Is that a sushi donut? Or is that a donut sushi? Do you get what I'm saying? Maybe it is the shape, because a pizza is a pie and a pie is a pie, and they're the same structure. They're the same circle that you cut into slices. Interesting conversation. But then, is a hamburger a sandwich? Is a hot dog a sandwich? Let's not get into these fucking stupid questions. Anyway, there you go. I'm saying anyway a bunch. I got, hold on, let me check the timer. Oh, whoa, 7 minutes left. Okay. 7 minutes till this fucking timer runs out. Dude, I didn't do anything for 4th of July. What'd you guys do? I hope you guys did something fun. I heard a lot of fireworks. That's what I did. This is the problem. This is what happened. Is that the night before 4th of July, I went to my brother's barbecue, and then I went to a bar and closed out the bar because I'm a fucking idiot. And then I decided to walk home. On multiple levels, I was being a fucking moron. I went to my brother's barbecue, not a stupid thing to do, fun time. Then after my brother's barbecue at 11, I went to a bar, got there at like midnight, sat down, drank till 4 in the morning, and then I'm about 100 blocks away from my apartment, and I decide for myself, I go, oh, I'm gonna walk home. What a fucking idiotic thing to do. I'm going to walk 100 blocks home. So as I'm walking home, 4th of July has begun, even though, you know, it's 5 in the morning. To some people, it's already happened. And I'm walking home and I'm super sweaty and I'm like half drunk, half psychotic. And as I'm walking down the street, right before I get to my apartment, a fucking bottle rocket just shoots down the street. I just hear, just happy 4th of July. Welcome to 4th of July. A bottle rocket shot down the street. I just heard the, and I saw a glimpse of smoke lingering in the air as I walked by after yeah, I don't know. I was like, thank God I wasn't a block down. Thank God I didn't walk. Thank God I didn't leave the bar a couple minutes later. Or a couple minutes earlier, rather. Then I would have been hit with a bottle rocket at 5 a.m. with fucking a missing arm. I don't know if a bottle rocket can do that much damage. Maybe, I don't know. But thank God, right? What are the chances? I'm lucky as fuck to not have been obliterated by a bottle rocket because I decided to leave the bar a little bit later. In fact, thank God, dude, you know what happened? When I was leaving the bar, this dude, I was walking and I had my headphones in, so I couldn't hear anything. I don't know if you guys have Raycons. Dude, I'm sponsored by Raycon. I'm not at all, but I'm going to give a fucking ad for them. They're great, dude. I got Raycons, and you can't hear shit when you have them in your ears. For better or worse, you cannot hear a goddamn thing. So I was walking down the street, and this dude apparently was walking alongside me. I had no idea. I had no idea until he came up to me and touched my shoulder. And I had just left the bar. I was like 2 minutes away from the bar. This guy comes up and taps me on the shoulder. I turn, and I go, yo, what's up? And he goes, yo, man. I go, yeah. I take a headphone out. I go, yeah. He goes, dude, you didn't hear me? I've been hollering at you from like a couple blocks away. And I was like, oh, no, man, I didn't hear you at all. And he looks at me and goes, oh, I'm just wondering if you would have done that for somebody else. And I was like, nah, man, I just, what? And I guess he was saying that because it was a black dude, and maybe he thought I was being prejudiced. I don't know. But I just didn't hear him. And I get him thinking maybe I was being, because people are, and that sucks. But I honestly did not. When I fucking put my headphones in, I look forward or I look at the ground and I just walk as fast as possible and get the fuck home. That's what I do. So I didn't see or hear this guy at all. So I just was, when he said that, when he was like, I'm just wondering if you would have done that for someone else, I just looked at him and go, I mean, nah, man, I just didn't hear you at all. Like, I didn't know you were next to me. And then he looks at me and he goes, all right, man, no, you're all good, man. You have a good night. And then he walks away very hurriedly. And then it made me go, why the fuck? What did he want? You know what I'm saying? Was he just trying to like talk to me? Or was he trying to get something or asking me for something? Like what the fuck was that? You know? What was that? I don't know. I had no idea what it was, but now I'm thankful it happened, because if it didn't, I would have probably gotten home just in time to be shot by a bottle rocket. So whoever that guy is, thank you, dude. Thank you for fucking stopping me, because you might have saved a limb of mine. You might have saved me from losing a fucking limb. I don't know. Again, I don't know how much of damage a bottle rocket would do if it fucking hit you, but I'm not gonna take that chance. Thanks for that guy, man. But what the fuck was I talking about? Oh, so yeah, that was my 4th, and so then my friend invited me to something the next day on 4th of July. But that's what happened. Then I went to bed, and then I woke up, and I like felt terrible, and then I yacked for the first time in I don't know how long. It's probably like 5 or 6 years. I haven't yacked from drinking in a long time. And I couldn't tell if it was because I walked 100 blocks or if it's because I drank since fucking 6 p.m. I don't know what it was. Probably a combination of both. But that made me go, yeah, I'm going to sit inside today. And I had a rain check with my friend. But anyway, hope you had a great 4th of July. That was my 4th of July. My 4th of July was recuperating from throwing up and almost being hit by a bottle rocket. So I just chilled out and played some Fortnite. But I hope you had a good 4th of July. I hope you spent it with people you loved. The timer is about to go off in fucking 15 seconds. So I'm going to stop it now. You know what? 9, 8. I'll let it go. Yeah. Anyway, I hope you had a good 4th of July. I hope you were with people you loved. I hope that I hope that it was a great day and that you're doing awesome. And I hope that if you have a gaslighting film, that it's somehow commented or sent to me. If you're a person who just knows me personally and you heard this podcast, please text me a gaslight film. I want to make a list of them and I want to open this fucking bar. There are no movies here. I want to do it, dude. I want to do it. I want to open it up. It's going to be tight. Anyway, yeah. Thank you for listening to the podcast. There was a bunch of other shit I didn't get to talk about, but that's how it goes, man. Thank you for listening. As always, you're fucking awesome. I appreciate you. Write a review for the pod if you want. 5-star it on iTunes if you want. Or rate it whatever you want to rate it. Write a review. Like the thing. Share it. All the fucking, I don't know. All the things you hear a person say at the end or beginning of a YouTube. Those things for anybody who wants to do it. Anyway, as always, guys, I love you. You're the best. I love you guys, and I'll see you next week.
Jake, you're an idiot. Jake, you don't make